All right. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. How's everyone doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the P2G Network Collective Enlightenment Conversation. Oh man, what a day! What a day! It has been a day, and I just can't wait to really get into it with you guys today. My name is Alvin Thomas, otherwise known as the Gold Banker, and I'm here with my partner, other half, who I'm very glad to call my other half, Miss Ruby. How are you?
Good evening, everybody. It's Friday night, Collective Enlightenment, and I'm happy to be here to share and contribute.
Sure, I contribute. I gotta say you're always a big one in it. But we're gonna get into it tonight. I want everybody to come on. If you're out there in YouTube and you're watching the show, like and subscribe, share it with your friends. Because we're talking about a few things today. Today's conversation is going to revolve around two areas. One, paying it forward, and two, we're gonna talk a little bit about we're gonna talk a little bit about Elon Musk and what he has in store and what's going on. Um, Honestly, to be very very honest, Elon Musk, when he put it out in the ether that he's going to put the Twitter buy on hold. He's putting the Twitter buy on hold. That made a lot of people very very jump. You know, because that's a big deal. For those of you who follow markets and those of you who follow what's going on and what's trending. So, what do you think about Elon Musk causing putting a temporary halt on his decision?
I think we're looking at another Doji move. For those who don't know what that is, I don't know how many people make announcements or put out in the news whatever they buy on their stocks. But
Mm,
guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, don't fall for the okie doke. Straight
mhm.
up, because
No,
I don't remember announcing the last stock option I actually purchased. But he seems to be, really putting it out there big time. So I would worry when rich folks start buying stuff and start saying stuff, especially when they have interest in building it.
without a doubt, without a doubt. One of the comments that was made, he said Elon Musk stated in the Times news report that he was waiting to see what was going to happen with some of the spam accounts that were on Twitter. That's why he pulled. That's why he put a stop to the purchase.
Right.
He put a stop to the purchase and dropped $1 billion off the price tag.
So he wants a
I'm sitting there
discount.
like, wow,
Nice. He said your value went down during our sale, and so I want a discount now.
I want a discount. And let me, you got me into Robert Kiyosaki and listening to what he says and how he moves.
Go
He really
figure.
did. And I'm thinking, okay, this is a man who is very well versed in business. He's always made very sound decisions according to publication, and I will say that because I
And
don't
his
know him
history.
personally.
And
I
his
don't know him,
history.
but Kiyosaki would say something like "buy low, sell high."
Go
So if
figure.
you put a pause on it, and you guys follow the market, what do you think really what happened in the market? This is a major acquisition going on. If you guys follow what's going on, that's a major acquisition.
Yeah.
So if he puts the brakes on and he announces it publicly, what's going to happen to that particular entity he's looking to acquire?
So Al, I want you to stop leading people. You're not supposed to lead. This is not financial advice.
No, we do not do financial advice. I'm
And
just
you're not supposed to lead. See, you poking the bear, and you need to stop poking the bear and get straight to it. Cut the
okay. No,
nonsense. Okay, so Mr. Goldbank unfortunately has dropped out and just temporarily. It happens. We tend to have sometimes have a connection issue. You back?
I am back
Cool.
wholeheartedly.
All right, cool.
But
So
like I
look,
said, we won't poke the bear.
I want you to stop poking the bear, or I should say, poking around the bear. You need to actually just give people the information. Bottom line.
Ladies, okay then. Let's keep
We
it let's keep it 100% then.
okay.
Elon Musk doesn't do anything without a purpose at all.
Wealthy people don't.
Wealthy people, he put out there that he's going to put the brakes on the purchase. As soon as he put the brakes on, Twitter took a 25% drop in its market share.
Come on now, somebody. Think
And
about it.
if you're out there and you're watching it and you're looking to get into the space, a 25% drop in anyone's market share is significant to a business.
Yes, it is.
It's
I could
significant.
have made some. I could have made 26%. So pissed. Not on this deal, but another one.
Now,
Had a moment. Had a moment, y'all.
once it took a drop, he turned around and had another tweet put out there. I'm still interested in the product. I'm
Uh
still
huh.
I'm still interested in the acquisition
What does that sound
with a
like?
$1 billion drop in the price tag.
Oh,
And
and
he
he
put
want a
that out there
discount.
publicly.
And he want a discount. So first of all, I gotta wait and see. We're gonna hold this thing out. Then I'm still interested, but I want to pay $1 billion less. 1 billion. Give me a discount.
Give me a good reason why I should stay in this thing.
Anybody ever try to buy a car?
Of course.
Well, that sounds like a car deal to me.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds
Funny
like,
thing.
I
Mm.
wanted to buy this beautiful condo. It's only $1.4 million. But I'm noticing that there's riffraff in the neighborhood. I'm interested. I'm down. I'm going to do this. I got the funding. Everything is there. But I think I'll wait to see how this riffraff goes.
True
Oh,
statement.
oh, wait a minute. And in the meantime, to sweeten the deal, how about you take 4 million off, not 400,000 off of that?
1 million cash for a condo. Now,
Elon Musk
where
is
we're at,
doing
that's not
exactly what.
average.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, he's just expressing the art of the deal. You guys got to recognize what you're looking at. People are going into the stock market making moves in and out and emotional moves according to this man's moves, or what they interpret are his moves. But he's keeping you in the loop.
Very much so.
It's the same
And,
thing that happened with Bitcoin, remember?
mhm.
What happened? What did he do with Bitcoin? What did he tell everybody about Bitcoin?
I
What
told
happened?
everybody I'm gonna stop taking Bitcoin from my cars.
Yep. And why? What good reason did he give it?
Oh, his reason was because of the ecology. The state ecology was all the green gas emissions for Bitcoin.
And it was not energy efficient.
I'm like, what?
Now, wait, hold up, hold up, hold up.
That was funny.
Anybody knows Bitcoin has it does have a lot of it does often use a lot of energy, but there are so many alternatives to how
Yes, they
Bitcoin can
are.
be mined and is being mined as of right now, to where it is not even touching carbon emissions, not even touching percentages.
What
Bitcoin
numbers
by
are the carbon
itself,
emissions?
Bitcoin by itself isn't doing any numbers in carbon emissions. So, mm, good reason, but he's stalling. He's stalling to get a better price.
Of course he is.
Come on,
And
guys, let's call it what it is. The art of the
as,
deal.
as a business owner, why wouldn't you want to get a better price on something that you're looking to purchase?
Oh, yeah,
You know, and you called it right on the head. The art of the deal.
that's all it is.
The art of the deal.
He's a
Because
wheeler dealer. That's how he makes his money, y'all.
yes, it is.
Oh,
Now let me ask you, and I'm really tickled because I like the fact that you said the art of the deal.
uh-huh.
There's a term that we use, and there's a term that's used in business.
Uh-huh.
It's called a SWOT analysis, and I kind of like that because that's
Okay.
what he just did. He just did it publicly and let you watch it. He went over his
True
strengths,
that.
his weaknesses, and it's
Hmm.
not even his strengths and weaknesses. it's Twitter's strengths and weaknesses that he put out in the public eye.
Oh yeah.
Twitter is a public entity that manages social media and data. So if you had, and he put out there, he put the term he used was fake accounts,
Ah,
spam accounts.
duplicate spam accounts. Yep.
So as a user, what does that make you think? Hold on, there's some flaws out there in the department. There's some
Okay.
flaws in Twitter. Okay,
So
so he just
before he
activated
even
the
sold
consumer
it,
mind.
before he even bought it, he's already making he's moving policy, he's moving the users. He's
Yep.
gonna get Twitter to make changes to keep you and I happy so that they can make the proper sale. This man doesn't own the company, but yet he is going to be influencing its movements and the activity in it. And he doesn't even have to
Absolutely.
buy it for them to do it. Come on now, somebody talk. Let's talk
He
about
tells
it.
people all the time. He doesn't make any qualms about the moves he's making. He puts it out there clear as day. And for a lot of people, and I will say this, and this isn't my opinion. This is opinion that's been placed through many different web publications like Yahoo, Forbes.
Hmm.
He's considered cocky in the world of business. And there's something, and there's a real gray line between cocky and confidence. And Elon Musk has learned to maneuver public opinion to sway them in his corner on a regular basis.
So I just coined a phrase that I believe we have got from an amazing platform we used to be on for training, and it was really it was so beneficial to me. But something I remembered, I coined a phrase that actually it applies to him. What he applied was something called power without force.
Mm.
Power without force is when you can move something without owning it, without when you can make moves of something without touching it, when you can when you can inspire movement without actually applying anything. Mr.
That's
Thomas,
powerful.
Mr. Thomas, we can hear that.
Excuse me, I'm done.
Yeah. So what I need everybody to understand is that this man, if one, I'm gonna tell you he's smart. He's very smart. But in actuality, he's not any smarter than the average bear because this is being applied all
I
over.
like that. Smarter than
He's really not. What makes him smart is that you don't know the trick. What makes him smart is that the average person doesn't, that we are emotional beings. He's smart enough to know that you're an emotional being and that you're going to look at this in the news and you're going to make emotional moves financially. That is how the wealthy get to where they are. They anticipate the movement of the masses, your emotional lack of control, and they play on it every time. Like I
very much.
said, when you and I buy a stock, we don't make it doesn't make the news. When
Not at
Elon
all.
Musk does, but get this, when Elon Musk only the stocks that you guys do not know what Elon Musk's entire portfolio looks like. I can guarantee y'all that. No one looks at his entire portfolio. You only see the things that he wants you to see
And he
because
never
that's,
really shares his portfolio.
but see, that's the thing.
He always speaks
He,
about it in the third person.
but see, Al, I want you to get where I'm going with this. I need people to really get where I'm going with this. You only see the stuff he needs you to see so he can make money. He's already in position.
Very
He
true.
doesn't announce everything else for a reason. He has a large portfolio, very diverse. Pretty sure he's not a one hit wonder, but you don't know about the other things. You know about Doji, you know about his company, which is Tesla.
Tesla.
You know about what he's looking to purchase, which is Twitter. He could have purchased Twitter without saying a word.
Absolutely.
Why does it benefit him? Ask yourself. I know I keep coming back to Shaq, but I really, really, really love Shaq these days. I'm not a basketball fan as much as well, I like basketball, don't get me wrong, but I am not like a devout fan.
She will
And
not sit
Shaq,
there and watch it for 2 hours.
that's just not me. I could watch a basketball movie, but I can't watch basketball for 2 hours by myself. But you know what? If I have some company and y'all explain the game, we could probably get into it. Anyway, the bottom line is that I really recently got into Shaq as a business owner, you know, because one of the things I admire are people who express or explore more than their one track of expertise.
Very much so.
Yeah.
And he actually opened up the doors for people to see how it's done.
Yes, he
Because
did.
he made, I gotta say this with Shaq. For a young, and I'm gonna say young man because he's a young man
Oh yes. Oh yes.
who came up through the ranks as a basketball player who knew nothing of business.
How about nothing about money, finances?
He had one thing that most professional sports personalities, and I say personalities because not everybody's a superstar.
Uh-huh.
He had curiosity, and he was
There you
open to
go.
learning, and
Come
he
on now.
knew what he didn't know, and he
So
knew
what did
enough.
he do? What could he do with that? What you know what you don't know? What can you do with that?
You can learn. Once you know what you don't know, you can learn, and
Now you can seek that knowledge. You can seek indoor. You can seek a growth of it.
that makes you a superstar in itself, and that's what made the difference for him. And yeah, we can all say that Shaq did a whole bunch of stuff. Some of the stuff worked, some of the stuff didn't. He was a rapper for a little while. Basketball. What was it? He tried acting for a little bit. He did a lot of things.
Oh yes.
But what you can say is he didn't throw his hat in the arena at every single thing that he wanted to, and he didn't do it at 100%. And when he realized he wasn't doing it at 100%, he says, "This isn't for me. I need to step away."
Right. Exactly. He'd also learned how to invest and
Yes,
where to invest. And also, what I'm loving nowadays, and I don't know how many people are aware of this, but Shaq markets everything he does. He is Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all of it.
yeah, she'll be right back. But she's right. Shaq does not wait for someone to do it for him. He goes out there and
Feed.
I saw a couple episodes with him and I was wondering what is he doing? He's marketing his product. Shaq is actually pulling his product into play. He's pulling his product into play and he's just doing it, which is really, that's what it takes to be in business. That's what it really takes to be in business. And as a business owner myself, and some of the people who are on the P2G network, we're all out there putting it into ourselves. And there's things we don't know. And when we know we don't know, we have two options. We can learn it, or we can pay somebody to do it for us, and still take the time to learn it. Because when you're coming out of pocket for something, you need to know what you're paying for, without a doubt. So let's get back into Elon Musk really quickly because I'm really taken by what he's doing here. Now, one of the things you also got to know if you've been following Elon Musk and his Twitter rants is what I call them. He's actually talking about decentralizing Twitter and taking it off centralization. Now, I'm all for that, but when you realize that someone is taking something off the centralized format, what's in it for him? Because we know already that none of us pay for Twitter to be on it. We don't pay for it unless you're a business. Why is he so adamant about taking Twitter to decentralized platforms? What's in store? Because if he is managing it and allowing you to operate decentrally, what's the purpose? What's the end game? And if you're out there, and you know what the end game happens to be, let me know what the end game is or what you think the end game may be. Because I'm really curious to find out what could be his end game. you know, because that's something to look at. You know. All right, so let's see. Well, that's Elon Musk, and that's what he has going on. There's a lot of stuff to be said around Elon Musk. One of the other things we're talking about tonight is paying it forward. You know, no, P2G has a platform called Pay It Forward Friday, and we normally do that at 8 o'clock in the morning. We get online and we talk to people on a platform where we share what's going on, what's open, and what's available for people to take advantage of. And I gotta admit, every now and then when we get together and we create Pay It Forward Friday, some amazing things come out into the light. You know, things that we weren't even planning to discuss. And you know, one of the things that came up today was about a relationship and how sometimes paying it forward means being the bigger person in a relationship. And that was kind of cool to hear. And this came from a young man who was dealing with some stuff. And we're not putting him out there, but you know, he was dealing with some stuff, and he was willing to talk about it. And he was able to find solutions by and we were on the platform and we were sharing. So I thought that was really cool. So my brother, shout out to you for all that you do and all that you've accomplished. Keep up the good work. And I said I wasn't going to expose the man's name, so I'm not even doing that. But let's get back to Pay It Forward Friday. Um, part two to Pay It Forward Friday is this. What's available to you once you put it out there for yourself? There's a lot of things that we got going on in the P2G network. We have a group that we're working with, and they're like I call them our metaverse superstars, the Bankers Club, and they're in the process of putting together a fundraising program that's based around NFTs, and they're really putting the work in to make this a reality. And I believe, I, if you guys are out there tonight, let me know if I'm saying it right. Power to the pencil. Power to the pencil. Hey, lady, how are you?
I like it. Power to the pencil.
Yes, indeed. I believe that's what it's called. And this is a program designed to bring fundraising to
Hmm.
schools and after school, so kids can actually get the understanding of how cryptocurrency works, how NFTs can benefit their schools.
Hmm.
And these guys are actually putting the work in together. So when we're all familiar with when schools have these fundraisers. They do
Hmm.
the same thing over and over, and you repeat it over and over every year. You're either selling candy, selling gift wrap paper. For those schools who still do pictures, and schools get a percentage of the pictures just to support
Third
the
part,
school.
third party sales items.
Third party sales.
Yeah.
What if you can put a program together that will actually benefit the school directly? No third party, just to the school, and the kids manage it. The school itself manages, and the parents who are part of the school take advantage, and they maintain the school lifelong through one particular goal. You know, that's an
Now,
awesome thing to have accomplished.
I think you missed one of the other things that's a major difference between
By all means,
traditional fundraising and fundraising through NFTs and cryptocurrency.
I
See,
may have. Go ahead.
the beautiful part about this is that when you fundraise through an NFT, you end up owning an asset. So you're actually buying an asset that makes you money. It's not
Absolutely.
like cakes or cookies or even drapes or whatever it is that you buy for the Christmas time. You're now buying an asset which goes to funding the school's project. But at the same time, you own the asset that was bought that's still has a value that can grow. So not only is it that they're teaching these young people to create products out of the blue where they get 100% of the profit, they now have the opportunity to circulate assets. They can circulate finances. I want to just, the reason I come in to share that is because P2G we have actually designed our focus. We have actually designated our focus as to what we do and how we do it. And in that, we have actually defined now how our program works. It's not just crypto training. In actuality, is asset, what is it? Um, asset finances. What did we call it, Alvin? It was asset.
Asset literacy.
There it is. It's asset literacy. Thank you. And now he says it because we've been throwing around phrases to really pinpoint and lock down why the financial literacy that we teach is so different.
It is.
Our communities have been taught financial literacy around debt, which is why you can never get ahead. If all of your financial knowledge is built around a debt based system, there's no way built in that system for you to get ahead. That's actually baked into the education. So if all of your financial literacy puts you in debt to someone, guess what?
You create. They're showing you how to relieve debt to create more debt, and that's kind of an oxymoron. You know,
Exactly. But when you go at what we're doing here with P2G, we teach asset literacy. We teach people to acquire and manage assets. We teach them what they are, how to identify what an asset can be, how to be able to acquire it, to control it, and how to utilize it for your financial growth and advantage. But not only that, how to circulate this within your community. That's what P2G teaches.
you know
I'm
that
so excited because you're talking about perfect. These kids are going to learn how NFTs, perfect asset training for youth.
because it actually puts them in the space where they need to be. Because if you think about it, if you really understand what's happening, they meant, and I'm gonna stop saying they. Organizations are putting plans together to make sure that every acquisition, including your data, your personal information, is going to be an NFT.
Okay. You're going to belong to someone else.
Someone's gonna own
Or
your
your
data.
digital, right? You're going to own your digital self.
Yep. So when the kids know this in advance, they're ahead of the game because now they know how to operate in this space. Whereas when we were going to school, we weren't taught how to operate in the space of finance. That wasn't the conversation that we had. We
No.
were taught to go to work, get a good job, go to school, get a job, get an education, whichever the phrases go. But it was management of your finances was never the conversation.
Right. So what do we do about that? Because that has gone on. That kind of education has been passed down through generations, and what that ends up being is a generational gap that it puts us at.
Absolutely.
But we've always talked about. Now we have lots of organizations that talk about generational wealth, and they keep it very general. Let's talk about what is generational wealth. What does that actually look like? What does it add up to being?
Hmm.
How does that work?
One of the things with generational wealth is the first thing it has nothing to do with the finances. It has everything to do with the education around it, how to manage, how to move, and how to create it. And literally in that order. You got to be educated to it because if you don't know how it was created initially, you can never repeat it. You know, Shout out to my brother Cornell Green. You know, CPR and his thing, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. Always, it always comes back into the forefront.
Absolutely.
Peace, my
You
sister.
know?
Glad to see you on. Shout out to
Hey,
brother
hey,
Cornell.
Miss Chocolate. Phenomenal
Um,
conversation earlier with Chocolate's Golden Train. We had an amazing session with the what is it? It is
Fundraising
Fundraising
Freedom
Freedom
Friday.
Friday, and the conversation was just too hot. I was loving it, and so much support for sisters in the space. So shout out to Miss Chocolate, JoJo, as well as Miss Karen for just putting
Yes,
on an
indeed.
amazing program of information
Phenomenal program.
application. All right.
Hmm. I wish I'd have caught that one because it sounds like it was a fire
Don't
conversation.
miss don't miss the replay on
Oh, I'm gonna
stereo.
catch
I
the
mean
replay.
that. Okay. All
Most
right.
definitely gonna catch the replay. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's the scope of it. We got to educate our young people. It's like no, that's a misconception. We have to educate everyone that has had the traditional educational system around financial literacy to asset literacy, and we have to. We want to be in this. We want to be that crossover chain so that you get it.
All right
PTG is
now.
a crossover chain to make sure that we get it. Because I'm like,
Love it,
it's
girl.
really seriously. They seriously want to keep you in the space of recreating the debt note with
Well,
more debt notes to
right. It's
create
a
more debt
training,
notes.
but it's a training out. Remember, we talked about that. Debt, these are debt trainings. That's why they call it financial literacy. And we're trying to share with people financial literacy is a full scope. There are so many areas to it. And
Hmm.
to be honest, what was missing, that's something that we have been pushing in. And that's why we had to define what P2G really does. It's crypto training, but in actuality, it's asset literacy. Because without asset literacy, your financial literacy is always going to be based in debt. And what is debt, everybody? It's always a negative. It's always you in even if you utilize debt to create assets. If you never knew about assets, all it looks like is debt to you. So financial literacy on a regular basis doesn't include that second half.
Correct.
So we got to be able to recognize and understand really what we're learning, why we're learning it. Why would you want to get into crypto? Because I can take a few pennies, turn it into thousands of dollars that I can then purchase my actual land. I bought land for some pennies, little penny coins, put those penny coins in. I might have spent $5. And now that land is online digitally, is worth $1,000. I can then turn into physical cash and go purchase the land, y'all. That's called asset management.
Hmm.
Buying
And
an asset with an asset.
and that's what happens. If you really think of the mindset of wealthy, they do not buy stuff. They exchange
Oh.
assets for assets, and that's really cool. Because we were talking about it. I believe we talked about it a couple of weeks ago.
Hmm.
We were saying like the board yard eight club. They had
Ah,
they have they have this one particular graphic that's an NFT,
okay.
and we were comparing that NFT to the Mona Lisa.
Ooh.
Now, I don't know if you guys have been to the museum. You guys have seen the Mona Lisa one or two times, at least somewhere. If you're in New York or anywhere else, you've seen the Mona Lisa. Every time you hear them talk about the Mona Lisa, they use the term priceless.
Oh, yes.
They use the term priceless.
Hmm.
That's actually not the case
She
because
got it right.
someone had to define it a value.
She got it right.
Someone gave it a definitive value because wealthy people have exchanged the ownership of the Mona Lisa quite a few times.
Exactly.
So, and it's not that they're exchanging it between museums; they're exchanging it between owners. So think. Let me put it to you. Let me make it really simple. Let's take McDonald's and Burger King. They both sell burgers. They both sell milkshakes. Neither one of them are in the hamburger business. Neither one of them are in the hamburger business.
Hmm.
They're both in real estate.
Exactly.
Do you know they could actually exchange properties and never pay a 40% exchange rate for capital gains tax for selling
What?
property? That's not financial advice, but go look it up. You can see it. I was actually curious to see when we were talking about the Mona Lisa. I went to go look. They can actually literally exchange properties of equal value and never have to cover capital gains tax.
All right now.
Understand me. If you have something of value that someone else wants and y'all can exchange it for a free, for an equitable exchange of services or
Hmm.
property, you've just exchanged asset for asset. And
You know,
this is what asset literacy or asset management can look like. Not what it
Understandable.
is, but what it could look like.
So this all leading back to what Elon Musk is about doing, what he's up to.
Yes,
You
he
know,
is.
building always you always want to promote your interest. Like I said, you're not going to find out everything in his portfolio, but think about what it is that he does show you and his motives. Before you think about what he shows you, think about the motives behind showing it to you.
Why?
Why would Elon Musk be doing this? Most people jump and they run because he knows that he's going to create herd mentality. Don't be herd mentality. You have to, we're telling you about stuff that you can easily find out and kind of start to detect easily with just some communication with people who are in the space. Everybody didn't make money on Doge, but a lot of people bought
No.
Doge.
Yes, they did.
A lot of people bought Doge. People like,
A
oh,
lot of
I
people
made a
are holding
bag.
Doge and they don't know why.
It's crazy. Yeah, there are people that are holding Doge and have no clue what that's about. You know, my thing is this: you got to educate yourself to the things for the things that you want in life. If you're dealing with a struggle, it's going to take you to have a new perspective and some new information to get out of that struggle. It's not going to be something you can do and sit down with yourself because you don't have the information. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a struggle for you.
Mm.
So that being said, we don't want to harp on that. We want to make sure we keep it moving and rolling for the night. Mr. Thomas, what are we looking at? What's the next subject rolling in? What we were
Well,
talking about a few things tonight.
we're actually right dead smack in the subject. We're talking about paying it
Oh,
forward.
pay
We're
it
literally
forward.
talking about paying it forward and what's the option. What is paying it forward really? How does it work for you? And ensuring asset literacy, that's a way to pay it forward. Whether
Seriously.
it's literally a way to pay it forward. When we were talking about the NFTs for the schools in Dayton, Ohio, shout out to Brother
Okay.
HD, LJ, and Mario Panju Nation.
That's what's
That's their
up.
project. They're putting it together, and it's part of
Oh,
the
okay.
metaverse.
All right.
And, and with that being said, speaking of the metaverse, P2G is creating a metaverse that'll be ready for launch in July 4th,
Yes, the
4th of
4th of
July.
July. We're going to turn it up.
And we're looking to pay it forward to our communities. We're putting out feelers and questionnaires for businesses who want to be a part of the metaverse, so
Hmm.
they can double down their viewership and their customer base by being part of the metaverse and taking the next look at what business looks like for new businesses and businesses that have been there for a while. Bro, can you elaborate a little bit more?
Talk to me. You want to know. So what we're doing right now is, in actuality, what it's called is and here I go. What it's called
The
is
Black
the
Wall Street.
wait. Now I'm gonna get the name correct. It's the P2G Black Wall Street Meta Project. And what we're introducing to small businesses, nonprofits, as well as churches, as well as schools, we're introducing an opportunity to take your first steps into the virtual world, whereas you can start to connect in a collaborative community of people who on purpose are doing business with and for one another. So you will have a virtual space now in a metaverse space. Now the beautiful part is that we can take our metaverse and streamline it to any major metaverse platform. So once we've come into the space, what we're doing is offering 90 days of free marketing and promotion, but you literally have to be ready to go on the day of. So what we're asking people to do is use the information on the bottom of on the bottom of this info. As a matter of fact, what I think is I'll do is I'll put the banner up so you guys can see. You can email us, or you can send us email, or you can don't send email to my house because I'll tell you right now, I will not get it. I'll let y'all know right now. You can go to p2g.com and get in touch with us, or you can contact us directly through P2G. You're right here on our YouTube. You can go to P2G P2G networks.tv, but P2G networks P2G networks at gmail.com. And we'd be more than happy to help you to get into the space of the metaverse, but we only have a spots for 20 businesses. So We want you guys to put it out there. We're in the process of building them right now. So we only have a few spots for the for our Pay It Forward program. There's approximately 20 spots left. Our initial spots are for our current participants, those who make all of our platforms possible. We're excited because you'll be the first businesses that'll be inducted into our Black Wall Street metaverse. I'm really excited for.
Absolutely, I have to do this.
I'm I'm really excited for igniting the Black Wall Street process. When we talk about Black Wall Street, we're talking about the spirit of it, not black, because the reason it was black back in the day, the original purpose was because of the signs of the time. So it's not
Correct.
just about commerce amongst black people because we have some sort of boundaries we have to overcome. What we're going to do is we're incorporating small businesses that need to stay connected to each other. We're incorporating a beautiful interactive space where people can go and find out what's out there, what shops are out there, what small businesses, places you may never see, but
Absolutely.
businesses that you will discover have something that you love, niche markets. We're going to show you the power of this new thing called the metaverse and the blockchain. And what we're going to do is make it available for people who normally would not be able to traditionally accept crypto, now to accept cryptocurrency as well as other currencies right within their space.
And
But
what's really, I really got to, one second. I just want to share this. I think you are so on point with the statement of fact. Not only because they're in the space, they're actually able to accept crypto, but they're actually in a space to move their business globally. If global wasn't a thing for them to even consider, now you're no longer a local business. You're a global entity in the space.
exactly. There you go.
How awesome is that?
So
You
now our African friends who have businesses and that share with us on, now you're not just seeing a flat 2D sharing on Facebook of, hey, we do this and we do that. You don't have to reach out to me on LinkedIn. Now you're going to be an entity in our metaverse. I gotten so many people. Anybody else got like a lot of people that contact you for things that they do, that their specialties are and everything?
yes, yes,
I get
yes.
a lot of that all the time. And I can't use all of it, but can I promote it all? I can actually try
Absolutely.
now. I can actually try. There is a way to do it. We want you to make sure that you send us a request. So make a request and just put in the want to put pay it forward as the caption at the top. So as the request, the what the subject is, I want you guys to put pay it forward. And when I see the pay it forward, I'm going to get to know that you want to be a part of that Black Wall Street metaverse. And I'm telling everybody, and I don't care where you come from, Black Wall Street got its name from a time and a space in the world that was that literally was we needed to overcome. But we are not in those days anymore. We must work
No,
collaborative worldwide in order to make a change and to stand up and let these so-called global leaders know we the people own ourselves. We need you not to be in our way, to be our middleman, to be able to connect with our fellow people on our planet. We need to stand up this way. The metaverse opens the world to us
I
and to your
can't wait to
business.
see people no longer. Oh, when you're in the metaverse, you're not even required to be in a centralized system. You are wide open, and but we won't go into that.
We teach, so get that we also educate you. We're not gonna when you don't have to know anything about programming. You
No,
don't
you
know how to.
don't.
You don't have to know anything about programming. You will have to learn some steps on how to utilize the space. We want to help you get things up. Now, for those who want to build out this virtual space for themselves, they want to build it up from their 2D to their 3D, because you can easily put your website in our metaverse. That is
Absolutely.
something you can put your Facebook in our metaverse. Any one of the things that you're promoting yourself and your business on can go in the metaverse. And it can be easily found and marketed. But guess what? The benefit I am enjoying is that when there are 100 of us promoting the same portal where all of our businesses are found, I now get promotion by 99 other people, other
Hmm.
businesses. You now have promotion by 99 other people. You're found where people are looking, where others are promoting. That is the power of true networking.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
You need businesses in co-opetition with each other, not competition. To
I
coin a
don't know.
phrase of my friend Cornell.
I don't know who said it, but you're absolutely right. It is far better to have work of 99 than the work of one
Oh,
because there's only 24 hours in a day.
that's right.
Only 24 hours in a day.
And
And
you can only, right. Go ahead.
99, that's 94 different 24 hours that you get to take advantage of. And because you're in the metaverse space, you automatically work cooperatively.
Oh, yes.
You automatically work cooperatively. It is in your interest to bring people to where you are. And by bringing the people to where you are, you've introduced people to 99 other businesses in the process.
So we hope that you guys took that advice and you took us up on the offer because it's only going to be going on until the end of the month. At the end of May, we will begin to put into place all of June. We'll be doing all of June to be setting it up so that the 4th of July, marketing, everything will be prepared for June. The actual rooms will be being built from the throughout May to June through June, and all of the marketing for everyone is responsible for marketing. Everyone who gets a site is responsible for promotion and marketing, not just your site, but the entire site. We are showing people how this works together. You can either be part of the whole or you can go in the hole alone. You got a choice.
And look, I already know, and not even I already know, no one can market to every single person. I don't care
Yeah.
if you have a lead generator, a marketing funnel. Where else can you go where people actually have an active interest in making sure that you're seen because they're seen? That's a different conversation.
Exactly. Well, I'm so looking forward to doing to doing business to business with each other, finding out what businesses that I can utilize for building and growing my business. Also, finding what businesses that I can actually connect to. Guys, this is the next level. Do you know companies pay a lot of money for this? They're paying huge amounts of money for this process
Yes,
just to
ma'am.
be able to get in the door. You're going to be functioning.
Uh,
So reach out to p2gnetworks.com and reach out to P2G Networks on
we
you
love
at
to have you on
Gmail.
the space. We love to help market what you do, and we all market together.
That's
Um,
right.
I just can't wait. I'm so excited about it. I'm
You
I'm
know how I feel about promoting other people's businesses. I love this. We teach, like I said, we teach classes in cryptocurrency, blockchain, as well as, like I said, metaverse. We also teach things. What we teach is called asset literacy.
absolutely.
Everything we do is about creating growth and recognizing it. You know how many people, oh my God, if I would have just Bitcoin went down $10,000. I don't know about you, but $10,000, actually it was at 25 at one point, 26, 25, and that's way more. The percentage, the
It's phenomenal.
percentage, because it's heading back up
If you
alone. And this
guys
is
got
just
in,
math. We're just doing math. So while everybody who was out there saw their Bitcoin go down, didn't take heed to that. If you know what you're doing, you know that Bitcoin is going to fluctuate. It's not going to stay down. We've seen this before.
yeah,
Hello, guys. It's how
you
it
guys
works.
just started having early this year. They had to have it
Well,
early last year.
actually, well, no, it was 2020. Yes,
Has
it
it been
was.
over? It's been 2 years already.
Right.
Wow.
heading back into another halving very soon. That's new information. That's actually information, old information,
Yes,
but update for you all. Now, with that being said, is what we're teaching people is to see the math in how things work and understand when something goes down in certain places, how it works so that you'll know that if it's going to rise, where your opportunity is,
absolutely.
you know, where your opportunity is. Because people constantly buying stuff at the highest price and then it goes down and they go, oh my God, I got to sell. And then you lose money. You wonder why.
But you also got to remember there's a difference between an asset and debt.
There you go.
Not everything that you purchase is an asset. So you
Yes,
have to
that's true.
look at what it is. If you're going to buy an asset, know that you have an asset and it
So
has a floor. Assets have a floor that doesn't disappear.
there you go.
All
Just to
right.
let you all know, that is what you need asset literacy for. You need to be able to know what's going on. When I hear a lot of people talk about, they're wondering what this whole thing with the crypto is. They're very concerned on whether or not they should even get in. I tell people don't buy anything until you learn. Why would I want you to buy something before you actually got the information? Educate yourself. We're on YouTube. If you knew how many videos from YouTube that I actually use to teach with, because they're visuals to what I break down, you'd be amazed. You'd be amazed. You can come on our platform any of the nights. We have a lot of free info. When you're ready to start building your wallet, you'll know all of that we're talking about. You'll be able to communicate in it.
I
But
got a
how do
question.
you
Quick,
how do you
Big.
buy stuff in another country you don't speak the language?
Oh, Lord. Let me, with this collective enlightenment, we're talking about paying it forward anyway.
Yep.
In your, you've been in crypto for a little while, and I'm in crypto because you're in crypto because you showed me some things that I needed to take a look at.
You're in crypto because you're in crypto, buddy. Don't blame me for your crypto.
It's all her fault that I'm in there. But no, for a business owner who, and we're
Mhm.
talking business owners and individuals.
Right.
As a business owner, what are three good reasons to take a look at crypto? Not to get into it, but to take a look at it.
Three good reasons to take a look at crypto. And I have a feeling you already got your answers already ready to go. So, in my opinion, one is really to learn. The first thing is to learn about options for finances. Because when looking at my options, well, first of all, looking at what my finances were and how they actually worked or didn't work for me, I realized that my fiat didn't make any money. So fiat being cash, my cash didn't make me any money. So I had to figure out before I even knew what an asset was, I had to find something. I was looking for something that I could flip. And when I say flip, I come from the hood. I'm here in Harlem, y'all. Y'all know back in the day, across 110th Street, the whole nines, straight up. All right. Out here, Harlem Renaissance wasn't nothing, but it was big on the guns, the drugs, and everything, right? So I'm not trying to be a drug dealer, but I know that people are out here living good because they flipping things. They figuring out how to flip stuff. So I had to figure out how to flip finances. I had to figure out why my money wasn't making me money in the traditional ways that I was informed through literacy to make money. People kept throwing bank accounts at me. They want to throw bank accounts. Y'all get a savings, get a savings, get a savings. Well, no one told me I needed to save in an asset in order for my money to really grow.
Absolutely.
Okay. Bank accounts, checking and savings are not assets. Those aren't assets. Okay. Credit cards are not assets unless you're using them to buy other things that get you money. Okay. That's we got to understand what it is. Our physical cash is not an asset. It actually says
No,
it on the back that it's only good for debt. That piece of paper is only
that's
rent,
crazy.
only tender for debt.
But they don't hide anything when they want you to know something. They put
Got
it
it.
in clear sight, and you walk with it in your pocket and you never look at it.
No, I just want to let you know something. I'm the type of person that doesn't believe in the invisible day. I only believe in what I go get in the world. If I'm missing something, it's because I'm missing
Mhm.
it. Nobody's holding it back from me, which
Truly,
is why
truly.
there are no secrets out here. When people want to find out stuff, all you have to do is ask the right questions. You're going to get some answers. And not all your answers are going to be what you like, but don't give up. Stay persistent. This is about your life and what you want to do. So since that was the first thing, I needed to educate myself to get some new information on why money wasn't working the way it's supposed to, or at least in my eyes, because I spent a whole year. I gave it a year, and I ain't see nothing that impressed me. As a matter of fact, I was disturbed. And from that point on, it took me to the next thing, identifying. That's the second thing. I would want to be able to know how to identify a good option for myself. I didn't know what good options look like. I just knew that what I was dealing with, I didn't want. So when I want something, I need to learn how to maneuver. I learned about gold and silver, and that was like a real turning point for me. Real turning point. Early on, my sister, when I was younger, and I know she hates when I tell this story, but I'm gonna tell y'all anyway. When I was a kid, I learned that my sister, who happens to be about 7 years older than me, is she's young mother, the whole nine, taking care of her babies, doing her thing, working jobs and stuff. But at the end of the month, just like everybody else, there seemed to be less money, more month than money. But one thing my sister did always love, she loved gold. My sister loved gold. She got gold as presents. She got gold as gifts for, for herself and her kids. And she bought some stuff for herself. She liked looking good. Baby of the 80s, you know what I'm saying? You're a teenager of the 80s, you got gold. You had some sort of gold you were wearing. But my sister taught me something. She would go to the pawn shop when the month got a little bit longer than the money. She go to that
Mm-hmm.
pawn shop. She go flip that gold. She didn't sell her gold. She pawned her gold, okay, which has a value. She pawned that gold and she went and got the cash, spent it, got what she needed for the household, and she started paying off the interest to get her gold back. My sister wasn't aware of how gold really worked and the value, because we weren't taught that. We just taught gold is good, is great, and this, that, and the other. The wealthy have it, yada, yada, yada. Well, if my sister knew that the next time she went back to go flip that gold, she had a higher value she could have got for that gold if she knew and understood the cash value of gold. This is what we talk to y'all about crypto. Crypto works like physical gold and silver. Okay. People use it like cash because you're spending it. But my question is what kind of cash you got in your pocket that can go up in value? None. How many of y'all $5 bills can be worth $10 tomorrow? None. Talk to me. It ain't happening. But I got some crypto coins that I bought for a portion of a penny, and that bad boy I could have maybe spent $10. Tomorrow it could be worth 100, just in pennies, because the pennies went up in value.
Mm-hmm. Gives
But
a
you
new
see,
meaning to.
But you see, that's the difference between financial literacy and asset literacy.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
You
indeed.
got to know to grow. That's the bottom line. So it's coming to the top of the hour, and we want to say thank y'all for being on. We love, girl. I know you love gold. She love gold so
Mm,
much. Her name is Gold. I love it. That's
yes,
actually our
indeed.
golden sister there, Chocolate Gold. That's in the house. That's what I'm talking about. And she not lying because she understands this is the solid stuff. And we're not talking about gold options. I ain't talking about no gold paper. I'm talking
Mm-mm.
about gold, like the physical gold that you could touch, that you own, and
Absolutely.
silver, physical silver. There are so many places on YouTube and places on the internet that will teach you. You can learn online how gold and silver works. Alvin was talking about Robert Kiyosaki. Robert Kiyosaki, prime example. All kinds of programs, all kinds of different kinds of so,
Wealth management.
yes. Oh my goodness. And he talks about it like water. He's been talking about savings. Well, I learned to save money in gold and silver,
Yeah,
and not stocks.
yeah. He started his journey back in 1974. So go figure.
Okay. I was born that year when he started saving in gold. So that man's been saving for almost literally half a century. So let's just talk about that. How can you take, and that's when he said gold an ounce was $38. $38 an ounce for gold. We're
Every
almost to
time I
two
hear him say
thousand
that,
dollars. We are almost to $2,000 an ounce for gold.
I always
You
say
do
this
the
to
math.
I said, if I can go back to when my mom had me and whisper in the air when I was crying, Michael, Michael, Michael.
Oh God.
Swear it would do that.
All right. So we
That
are
would have been
truly
my
to the
dream
end of
every
the
day growing up.
hour.
Michael.
We are truly to the end of the hour. We want to make sure that you understand that this is not the end of the information.
No, it
Tonight we have after this session at 9 p.m. we have what, Al?
crypto boomers. This is
Ah,
for,
Sunny, the
this
boomers in
is
the
for
house.
my 50 plus crowd. Come on in. We show you how to level the playing field and acquiring, using, and moving cryptocurrency so that you understand it and take advantage of the space where you are.
Save
You know,
your
we
pension
scared.
options, y'all. Save
We
your pension
you
options.
understand me? Pennies.
Yep.
Talking about
So
pennies making moves.
we're going to teach you how to turn pennies into gold physically. That's
Absolutely.
what P2G stands for, pennies to gold. And we look forward to all of you having lots of fun interactively live with us. Right now, we got to go get ready. We'll
Yes,
talk to you
indeed.
very soon. Okay. We love you all. Thank you so much for being on with us.
Oh, we
If you are getting the replay of this, get on P2G Networks and go sign up for any one of those free classes that we have and start learning how to change your life forever. All right. If you
good
need a
night.
resource, let us know. We have lots of connections. We love you. Shout out to the boomers. All right, Miss Chocolate. That's right. Thank you. And we'll see you shortly.